Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Mel Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the Safe Soil movement because some scientists are saying that today desertification is growing at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds, the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil. Then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started recently a new challenge which consists of running every day at 6 a.m. for 365 days. And today is the 17th day. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this again. Save soil, let's make it happen. The situation of soil, the current situation of soil is so alarming because 52% of agricultural soils in the world are already degraded. They're already in the desertification mode. Desertification leads to 6 global issues. These issues are causing so much suffering and problems to people and are costing the world so much money. Let's see them one by one. The first global issue is the food crisis. In 20 years, 40% less food is expected to be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people, which means that there will be more people and less food. As Sadhguru said, this is not a world we want to live in, and it doesn't sound good. Do you remember during the coronavirus, 2 ladies fighting at the supermarkets for toilet paper? They were arguing. Of course, when there will be food crisis, it will be even more worse. The second global issue is water scarcity. And right now, concerning the food crisis, right now approximately 2 billion people suffer already from nutritional deficiencies, which leads to multitude of diseases. The second global issue is the water scarcity. Depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate water flows, which leads to water scarcity, droughts and floods. Organic matter can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third global issue is the loss of biodiversity. This is where the big numbers are. During the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects living in the soil has gone. Approximately 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. We're talking about billions of life forms. Billions of life forms have been killed during the last 30 years. When it comes to destruction, when it comes to destroying something, destruction is always quick. It happens fast, but the construction, the building of something takes time. You can come and cut a tree with a chainsaw, maybe in 1 minute or less. But this tree has spent hundreds of years to grow. These biomass insects has been there for so many years, and now comes humans, and in 30 years only we have destroyed 80% of them. This is what an unconscious action can do. It's like during the World War II, when they launched the atomic bomb on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and a whole city was destroyed in one day, just like that. I think it is time to begin to become conscious. This is the only thing that will set us apart from animals. Even though we are pushed to be like animals, I don't know if you feel it, if you sense it, if you can perceive it with your third eye or not. If you don't, this is what I'm about to do. With my third eye, I will share my vision with you. Because we are living in a matrix. We are living in a negative matrix. And we have been pushed and programmed to go a certain way. But you cannot be pushed. You cannot be controlled. You cannot be programmed unless you are unconscious. When you are unconscious, you don't have power. When you remain conscious, you stay in your power. This is my call to you, is to become conscious, to stay conscious. So these biomass insects living in the soil are doing exchanges with the plants, the living plants. There is a transaction happening. So the plants, the vegetation gives to these biomass insects food, and these biomass insects they are responsible for the vitamins and nutrients and minerals present in our food, in fruits and vegetables. Their role is so important. If all human beings on the planet disappear from tomorrow, every life form will just prosper. Everything will get better. But if the earthworms disappear from tomorrow, in 6 years, every life on this planet will be extinct. So earthworms have more importance in life than humans. This simple knowledge must humble us. We're thinking too much of ourselves, thinking that everything is there to serve us. It is not the case. These creatures, animals, They have their own lives. They're not here to worship us. And because we have become too arrogant, too full of ourselves, this is why we're thinking that everything here is made to serve us. You go and ask a tiger if he's here to serve you, and you will see, he will eat you. We need to take our position. Yoga means union. We must live in union with other creatures, with life, with nature. The women in cities are calling the soil dirt. They're saying to your kids, don't play with dirt. There has been studies showing that the level of consciousness, the level of intelligence of people living in the jungle is so much higher than the people living in the cities. People living in the cities think that they're smarter than people living in the jungle, where actually it is the opposite. It's the people living in the jungle who are more aware and more conscious of people living in the cities. They call the soil, they call it mother. We don't have such consciousness here. We don't call soil mother, we call soil dirt, because people in the cities think that the source of food is the supermarket. The source of food and the source of everything is the soil. And Mother Earth has given us so much for so many years, and it's time to give back. She deserves the respect because it's a mother and it's dying slowly, killing 80% of the biomass insects in 30 years. It's a genocide. It's an act of unawareness. It's a barbarian act. And we're going towards a lot of catastrophes and sufferings if we don't stop, if we don't become aware. So the fourth global issue is climate change. Carbon dioxide stored in the soil is 3 times that in the living plants and 2 times that in the atmosphere. Soil contains more carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide causes the global warming. But carbon dioxide is a good thing if it's placed in the soil. When it's placed in the air, there is a problem. So soil is very crucial for carbon sequestration. The fifth global issue is the loss of livelihood. %74% of the poor in the world are directly affected by desertification. Thousands of farmers are committing suicide worldwide. It is estimated that desertification is costing the world up to $10.6 trillion every year. When it comes to soil problems, the numbers are so high, they're so loud, you can't ignore them. And it amazes me to see that after 2 years of launching the Safe Soil movement, the Moroccan media never mentioned it, not even once. Because there are hidden societies such as the Illuminati, the Freemason, and Yale. There are some world leaders, parts of these hidden societies. They are membership in these. They're keeping the informations between them. Actually, 1%. They're representing 1% of the global population. At the same time, they're holding 99% of the global wealth. They're the source of the injustice in the world, and they're the responsible for the programming of the masses, our programming, because humans have a future, a bright future. We are a young species in this universe. We're so young. We are like babies when it comes to other creatures, other life forms on the universe. The universe is so vast, and other creatures, other aliens see us as babies. It's because we haven't developed yet our full potential. We're still growing, we're still learning. This is why our DNA is still dormant. Most part of our DNA is still dormant in human beings. Approximately 10%, less than 10% is activated, and more than 90% of the DNA is still dormant. The toxic scientists call this dormant DNA the junk DNA, as if it is worthless. There is nothing on this nature, on the existence, which is junk. Everything that you see has a specific role to play. They're saying it, they're calling it junk DNA because they don't want you to know what it is. They don't want you to know the truth of who you are. They don't want you to know that you have superpowers hidden, dormant in your DNA. Because we're like just babies. You cannot give a baby who doesn't know how to walk, you can't give them a bicycle and say, drive this bicycle. You must first learn how to walk. We are not conscious yet. Look what we have done with our level of consciousness to the planet. We're tearing the planet apart, tearing each other apart. This is why they have put this security by letting only less than 10% activated. We have been programmed to remain in the lower frequencies, to be negative, because the universe is an ocean of motion. It's an ocean of energy, and like energy attracts like energy. You attract to yourself what you are, not what you want. You may want wealth, you may want peace, but if your frequencies are the frequencies of hatred, trouble, problems, lack mentality, scarcity mentality, you will not experience what you want. You will experience what you don't want, because this is what you're telling the universe. The universe speaks in terms of frequency. It speaks in terms of emotions. So emotion is the language of the universe. In order to have a new experience of life, you need to have a new story. You need to become a new person. Now we have a paradigm. We have been controlled, we have been programmed to have a negative paradigm. We're under hypnosis of this paradigm. The subconscious mind never stops. It takes the lead 24/7. Only 10% of the time, or 5% of the time, you're conscious. The rest of the time, you're unconscious. When you're unconscious, when you're not there to steer the wheel of your life, it is the hidden societies who are steering it for you. They have put us in a specific box. We're just workforce slaves. We're here to fulfill their dreams. That's all. You may think it's your dream, working so hard until retirement. It's not your dream, it's their dream. It's their plan for you. You are supposed to live freely. You are supposed to live your life as you wish, as you want. You are supposed to take your life where you want. You can work until retirement by, if you wish, you can do it. But most people are doing it. They don't want to do it. They don't know what to do. Why they're doing it? They're doing it because they have been programmed. The sixth global issue is conflicts and migrations. Here also, during land issues have played a significant role in the major 90% of the wars and conflicts in Africa since 1990. Population growth combined with food and water scarcity may cause 1 billion people to migrate to other regions and countries by 2050. A forced migration and planned migration. This doesn't sound good. Nothing sounds good. If we remain the same, nothing will be good. It will get worse and worse. The hidden societies has plans. They have plans for us. Plans to destroy us, to make us suffer. This is why you need a plan for yourself. They have plans like the pandemic. Thank God it didn't work as they planned. They were wishing and dreaming of killing billions of people. It didn't work their way. From the French Revolution to the Arab Spring, high food prices have been cited as a factor behind mass protests. So this is where we're going. The price of food is going to be higher and higher. The salary of people is going to be lower and lower. This means that we're going towards troubles. It's the troubles that go higher and higher. Why this? It's because we have certain individuals, certain people who have psychological problems. Nothing is worse than the narcissist. We have narcissists in position of leaderships. The narcissists, these are the characteristics of the narcissists. Most of the members of the hidden societies are narcissists. They don't want to share the global wealth with people. The narcissist craves two things: control and attention. This is all about control. It's not that they're not aware of these 6 global issues. It's not that they're not aware of the safe soil movements. The Moroccan media is aware of safe soil movements when they can present to you somebody somewhere in an island, isolated. If they want to, they will show it to you, show them to you. This is a global, more than 4 billion people in the world are following safe soil movements. This is a global movement. It's not a minority, but when it comes to a minority, for example, minority of homosexual individuals doing something somewhere, they will show them to you. But when it comes to something which will save millions of lives, billions of lives, especially the future lives, as now we are eating the food of the unborn children, they will ignore it. Why? Because the safe soil movement doesn't exist in the pandemic. The safe soil movement will enhance your life, will improve your life. The safe soil movement will increase your vibration. Once your vibration is higher, your experience of life is much more sweeter. When you have the children's devil, the devil's children, in the position of control, the devil don't want you to have a beautiful life. The devil wants you to suffer, to live in hell. What does hell look like? The hell looks like these 6 global issues. In hell, there is food crisis, water scarcity, loss of biodiversity, climate change, loss of livelihood, conflicts and migrations. So here we are. They have been pushing the world and humanity, the system, the matrix is a hell for humans. You are in hell because a war started against you since you were born. You were born in a war zone. Just by coming, attacks has come to you. And why this? Why starting the reprogramming since you were a kid? It's because the devil is a coward. The members of the hidden societies are also cowards. They call themselves elites. I call them the elites, yes, but they're the elites of cowards. They're so coward that they can't play fair play. They're so weak that they have to hide in hidden societies. They have to have the advantage of knowledge because they know that knowledge is power. They have knowledge that you don't have. This is why they're winning. This is why they're more richer and successful than you. It's not because they have more than you. The only thing they have more than you is knowledge. Knowledge is power. As Jim Rohn said, applied knowledge is true power. They have applied the knowledge. And you can beat them by having the knowledge. This is my job. My job is to give you the knowledge that these folks have so that you can see them as they are and to motivate you so that you act on this knowledge so that you have the true power so that you change your life for the better. As the devil has children on this planet, God also has children on this planet, and the children of God are here to liberate humanity, are here to do the God's work. The God has plans for us, for you, to prosper you, to give you a future, a bright future. The God wants God wants your best. He wants you to live your best life. But we cannot give you something that you can't handle. You are wishing for the world. You will be destroyed, and you will destroy yourself and others because you're not aware. You don't have the wisdom, the necessary wisdom. You need wisdom first. So that, because God is very strategical. This is a war. You need to be strategical also. Now they have started this war against you since you were a kid by programming your mind. The mind, your mind, is the most powerful weapon on this planet. It's not a machine gun or a weapon built in some factory. It's your mind. The mind is the most powerful weapon on this planet. Only your mind can destroy you or build you. This is why the programming on the mind, on people's mind. Let me explain to you. I said the narcissist wants control. How can I control you? How can I control your future? How can I control your actions so that you don't create something unpredictable for me? By controlling your mind, by controlling the ideas and beliefs you have. Because as Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions, which means that imagination is everything. It is the preview of the future. So these folks, this bunch of cowards, they are in position of control. They are sitting comfortably there because they know what you are about to create, because they have programmed you. So what you are going to do is predictable. How about giving these people some surprises by changing the paradigm? Let's give them something unexpected. Let's get back to your true nature. You were not supposed to be miserable. You were supposed to be happy, joyful. Look at the children, how they are. They are blissed, joyful, happy by themselves. And it needs someone from outside to come and steal their joy so that they become miserable over time. Most people, they have been programmed to be miserable, and they're keeping repeating the same programming to the kids. The kids, you must see a kid and learn from them how to live, how to be natural again. As Mahatma Gandhi said, the children are the best teachers in the world. We must learn from them and not try to impose our miserable realities on them, because their realities are better than ours. So now what is done. There is a season to sow and there is a season to reap. Now in the reaping season, what they have sown in our minds, we are reaping misery. We are reaping misery and poverty and hatred towards ourselves and towards others, anything and everything around us. To show you the case of the work of what a narcissist will do, let's take for example the first 3 industries in the world. Let's talk about the four first things in the world, the first three industries, and the most watched thing in the internet. So the first industries are: one, it's weaponry. Yes, armaments, military. When your kids are playing video games of war, there's no wonder to see them killing for real when they're adults. When they have grown up, they're just practicing what they have trained to be. Every child, when I look at them, they're playing at wars in video games. This creates violence, hatred, and there is the desire to kill for real. So people go to the military to kill for real, to kill other people. This is the low vibrations. This is the low vibration mentality. This is the low vibrational mindset. The first industry is weaponry, armaments. The second one is alcohol and cigarettes. When you have problems, instead of facing them, trying to solve them, you choose the easy solution, the easy way out, which is to be unconscious, to lose consciousness completely, to be under mercy of a drug. The third one is the big pharma, the pharmaceutical industry, the industry of medicine. Yes, the industry of medicine, the big pharma. So, this shows us how the world is. This is the reflection of the world. And the fourth one, the most watched thing on the internet is porn websites. The porn websites are the first watch on television, on internet. So this shows the case of humanity right now. Humans are full of self-hatred, full of violence. They are unaware, unconscious, intoxicated. They're mentally and physically ill. So, yes, we have been pushed to be in this box, because when you have a business, you need customers. You are, and I am, the customers of the so-called elites of the world, the business leaders, the global masses, the lobbies, the members of the hidden societies, the elites of cowards. So they have programmed us to be in a certain frequency, to have a certain mindset, so that we keep feeding their matrix. I want you to be aware, and I want you to stop this nonsense. You're not a slave. Don't allow anybody to guide you, to direct you to the slaughterhouse. You're not sheep, you're not cattle, you're a human being. You were created in God's image. You have power within you. You are so much powerful, so much feared, that these cowards have no choice other than to start reprogramming you since you were a kid, because they're so afraid, they're trembling with fear. Once you get the information and you know what they have done to you, the narcissist will take the best of you and will give you the worst. Be aware, be conscious of what's going on. You are in a war zone. This is the spiritual warfare between good and evil. Don't allow these things to happen again and again and again. Don't keep feeding the matrix. Don't fight it either. Keep it aside. Stop feeding it and start building the new one. Start programming yourself by yourself. Start giving yourself what this matrix didn't give to you, which is love, respect. Try to enhance your vibrations, your frequency. Seek on the internet. Use the internet not to watch porn, but to learn how to improve your life. If you see something free on this matrix, know that you are the product, because nothing here is free. Why a business program is not free? It's because the business program will help you to change your life. And why porn websites are free? They're free because they're making you lose your sexual energy, your life force. Napoleon Hill talks about the transmutational sexual energy, which means that this sexual energy, if you don't waste it, if you keep it in your body, it will climb up to your head and give you ideas and inspirations. This is what it means, the transmutational sexual energy, which means that this energy can transform because it has the power to create a new life. If you don't use it to create a new human being, you will use it to create a business, an idea, a selling website, a Facebook page, an Instagram account, a TikTok, or something that will help you to grow, something that will help you to overcome the hardships of the matrix. There is a lot to be said. I didn't say everything. We have been controlled. Everything has been controlled. You can return back to my old previous videos where I talk how they controlled the atmosphere, the air, the oxygen, the capacity of the lungs of human beings, the posture of human beings, the mindset of human beings, the food by depleting the soil from vitamins and nutrients, how the immune system of the children is becoming weaker and weaker because we are customers. We need to buy these medicines from Big Pharma. You need to be sick mentally and physically. Mentally to keep killing each other, and physically to keep buying drugs. Top scientific researchers go directly to the military. This has to change. The first sciences must go to school, to education, to healthcare. So, be wise, know where you are, know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you can work with this first definition. You are the hero of your own life. Start programming your own life. Give yourself what the others didn't give to you. Do the exercise of Louise Hay. She said, whenever you look at yourself in the mirror, say to yourself, I love you. You can start by saying, hey Khalid, how are you today? Start building positive relationships with yourself, because I love you can be challenging at first, and once you get comfortable, you do it for some time, for 6 months or whatever time, and then go for I love you. Make it a habit. This is not a call for an external revolution. This is a call for an internal revolution. So you need to rebel against the bad habits, the toxic people, the energy drainers, anything and anyone who is not working for you, who is not helping you to grow and improve your life. Cut them out of your life, cut them off. As Les Brown said, get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream, because these are energy vampires. They will drain you. Most people are around you just to stop you. They're faking their role in your life, making themselves look as friends, as your friends, but they're frenemies. So be careful, learn, grow, give yourself time. As Earl Nightingale said, don't give up on a dream just because of the time it will take you to get there, because time will anyway pass. Anyway, I thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for the support. I appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you the best. I see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. Save soil, let's make it happen. Salute.